finally here, man. The end is near. December 4th. Chapter 2 is finally coming to an end, man. Absolutely crazy, man. Chapter 2 began October 15th, 2019. And now it's finally coming to a close over 2 years later. Time really does fly, man. What's up, my boys? It's Jab back with another video. Now in this video, I feel like it's just like it's only right to do this, man, because this is a pretty big deal. The chapter 2 finale. It's the end of a chapter. Season 3 is going to start. It's going to be the end of an era. Basically what I want to do here is just kind of a rant, not really a rant, but just kind of give my own, like, you know, chapter 2 like summary review, or just, you know, just give my own thoughts about the chapter as a whole. Basically just going over the things that I did enjoy or didn't enjoy these past 2 years. Quite frankly, there is a lot that I want to talk about because there is a lot of stuff that happened in this chapter. So but yeah, let's get right into it now. I'm not going to just be sitting in the lobby while I talk. We're gonna have some gameplay in the background, but I don't know if I want to play solos though. Okay, we'll try to see if we can do a solo game real quick. Alright, Team Rumble it is, man. Alright, so like I said, man, I'm basically just gonna give, like, you know, kind of an overview, kind of like a review, you know, my thoughts on the chapter overall. Like, everything I say here is just my personal opinion. Obviously not everyone's experience is going to be exactly the same as mine. Just my personal opinion based on the experience that I had with this chapter. Now I'm just going to say right out the floodgate, I'm just going to give you, you know, quick spoiler here. I didn't enjoy chapter 2 as much as I did chapter 1. Chapter 1 was better in my opinion, like far superior. But that isn't to say that chapter 2 was bad. It just not as good. It just didn't have the same feel as chapter 1. Like chapter 1 had a lot of, you know, a lot of lows, especially towards the end of the chapter. That's when it was really going downhill for me. But overall, between 1 and 2, chapter 1 was better. That's just my opinion. You guys can agree with me. You can disagree with me on that. Now when it comes to chapter 2, we got to start from the beginning. That's of course season 1. Now season 1, I think it was actually okay. You know, it was definitely like kind of a breath of fresh air, because after coming off chapter 1, you know, season X, all kinds of bullshit in the game with all kinds of different weapons and items and stuff, gadgets, all kinds of gimmicks in the game. I mean, you had the mechs, you had all this stuff, you know, the different POIs and different items, and it was just a bunch of wacky stuff. I mean, I don't really remember everything off the top of my head, because this is just all this is off the dome. This isn't scripted. It's just me, you know, just kind of just going off on a tangent right now. Nothing scripted, just going off of what I remember right now. You know, it wasn't anything crazy, you know, chapter 1, man. I mean, like, or season 1. It's just like, you know, it was, like I said, it was a breath of fresh air, because it kind of went back to the basics, you know, went back to, you know, your standard weapons, your standard AR, shotgun, pistol. There wasn't a lot of gimmicks. Well, there wasn't a lot of crazy weapons added to the game at that point in time. It was really bare bones and, you know, kind of generic. Because even that was a good thing. I feel like that was a good thing. That it was a breath of fresh air, just to give everybody, you know, a feel of the new chapter. It was a good warm-up season. Like, it was a good season opener. You know, you just start off with basic stuff, get everybody warm up to the new map, added mechanics like fishing and stuff. They added the boat, which was cool. I mean, they're just, you know, it was just a cool start of season. But overall, compared to other seasons, earlier season, chapter 1 and stuff, it wasn't all that. It was really basic. Obviously they had the Fortnite mirrors come back. They did do that Star Wars event, which I thought was it was all right. And then they added the lightsabers to the game, which was cool for a little bit, but they were in the game for way too long, so I ended up hating it. They were just way too broken in my opinion. Oh, laser at me, Jesus. But I say overall, man, season 1 was not bad, but not great. It was just in the middle, you know. It was decent. It was cool. It was casual. It was chill, and it was, you know, it was a good way to get people, you know, to start off the new season. Overall, I did like season 1. For chapter 2 was actually a pretty fun season. The only thing I didn't really like about chapter 2 was the mythics. I know that is when they added the mythics to the game. It was in season. Getting those mixed up season chapter. But it wasn't season 2 where they added mythic items. Technically that was season 7 and chapter 1 that added the mythic, the Infinity Blade. Technically I was the first one to do that. But other than that, I mean, this is where we actually, you know, started seeing them more commonly, you know, just regular, you know, like regular ARs and stuff like that become mythic. You know, I think the idea was cool. It just, the items they chose, the weapons they chose were just really overpowered. The mythic scar, the mythic machine gun, you know, the Tommy gun, they were just all, you know, spraying weapons, so they were really broken. And then you also had that grappler too, which had dummy range and stuff like that. Man, other than that though, I thought it was a really cool season. Why they added the battle pass was really good. I forgot to mention that about season 1. The season 1 battle pass was actually pretty. I did not like it at all. It was pretty bland. Start of a new chapter, you kind of just, you know, testing the waters a little bit. Oh my god, they're just spraying on my face. But yeah, season 2, they definitely set the game with the battle pass. They added new, they added new features to the battle pass. You know, the customizable characters and stuff. You know, there's a lot more going on with it. Yeah, the shadow and ghost styles for characters. It was really it was a lot more dynamic, and you know, the characters felt like characters. They weren't just regular skins, like, you know what I'm saying. So and I don't remember if there was an event for that season. I don't remember if there was a season. Oh yeah, there was a season 2 event. I didn't attend it. but I don't think it was anything too crazy. I remember the map flooded. There was something going on in the agency, but I don't remember too much that happened. But I don't think it was anything really worthwhile or noteworthy. It was just that it turned the entire map. The entire map was flooded, but then in season 3, which we'll get into in a minute. But yeah, overall, I think I like season 2 a lot more than season 1 because they also added helicopters as well. They added a couple other new things, but overall, I think season 2 was better than season 1. Okay, I think we're good now, man. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know, like lately my freaking computer's just been going really slow. Like the game was just literally chopping like a motherfucker, moving at 1 frame a second. It was terrible, but it seems to be good now. It just be locking it, so I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, like I was gonna say about season 2, how they added bosses and all that, new locations and stuff. I will say though, in season 2, because they had freaking Deadpool as a secret skin, so this was the season where they really started going in on the collaboration. But actually, no, the first time they did it, I thought it was cool. You know, having Deadpool in that season as the secret battle pass skin was actually pretty cool, and it kind of fit the theme of the season. I thought it was cool. But then, you know, they kept doing it later on, like season 3 and season 4, which season was Marvel theme. So yeah, and we're gonna get into that when we're talking about Marvel, how my thoughts on, you know, all the collaborations would be cool. But overall, season 2 I enjoyed a lot more than season 1. Now season 3, I'm not gonna lie, I can't even talk much about season 3. I don't even remember it, man. Season 3 to me was the most boring season I've ever played in Fortnite. Now that's including chapter 1. Out of all the seasons, that was probably my least favorite season. That he just fucked me up. Season 3, man, I don't know what it was about season 3. Season 3 was just so uninteresting, like just so boring. I don't know what it was. The new POIs they added, I wasn't a fan of. I didn't like how literally the entire map was just flooded. So literally everywhere you had to swim everywhere you went. I mean, I think that's the season where they added cars finally, but I mean, just the season overall was just, it was just not fun. It was boring, and it was just, I didn't like it. The battle pass was boring. They had Aquaman in there again, you know, they had a, you know, a DC skin or whatever, which is cool, but I mean, he was probably the best thing in there. But everything else was just, I didn't like the charged shotgun. The charged shotgun, I hated that weapon. It's not for me, honestly. I don't like having to charge. Compared to the pump, which I think they did remove in that season, it just wasn't good. It was terrible. I just wasn't a fan of the gameplay, man. I wasn't a fan of, you know, the map. Wasn't a fan of the battle pass. I just wasn't a fan, man. I barely even played that season. It was just really boring. Now granted, again, so you know, this is, you know, based on my experience, you know, at that time I was mostly playing Xenoverse and doing content for Xenoverse, as you know, my channel was getting big off of that at the time, so I didn't really care to play Fortnite at that time period. You know, that wasn't really my primary focus. But even still, like even then, like even like compared to like season 4, season 5, even I barely even played. Like it was really boring. Like I didn't get the super level for what's her name, the Ultimate Knight, because it was just really boring. I just didn't care enough to actually play the season and to grind out my levels or whatever. It just, I don't know, man. I'm sure there are people that love that season. It was just not for me. It was just really boring. I'm sorry. Definitely my least favorite season of the chapter, and probably my least favorite season of all time. But that's really all I have to say on that, man. It wasn't great. Now season 4, y'all might, I mean, this might be kind of, I don't know, kind of a hot take for y'all. I think season 4 is my favorite season in the chapter. I feel like a lot of people are going to disagree with me on that, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe just because, honestly, part of it is because I am a Marvel fan. So like, I'd be lying if I say I wasn't biased. You know, having the entire season be Marvel themed kind of took away from it, because it's like, it was like one big advertisement for, you know, Marvel and stuff. The entire battle pass was just Marvel characters, and that's what I was gonna say before. Like, you know, it was at this point where it's just like, yeah, this entire, like, everything they do at this point is literally just collaboration after collaboration after collaboration after franchise. They're just putting everything into the game, man. I'm personally think it's a negative, because even though I mean, I know, and it sounds contradictory. The Marvel season, Marvel Night, you know, that's my favorite season, but yet I don't like, you know, all the different collaborations and franchise they're adding to the game, right? It sounds contradictory, but like, I mean, even though, yeah, the season being entirely Marvel themed, I did enjoy that, but that wasn't really what made the mode for me. I just don't know what it was. I guess it was just the gameplay, the map, maybe just, I don't know, just the feeling it gave me. And then the mode they added, the Marvel Knockout mode, which I have to say was probably my favorite LTM in all of chapter 2. I love Marvel Knockout. I don't know, man. It was just something that it was just something about that season, man. It was just so much fun compared to season 3. Like I haven't had so much fun in the Fortnite season in a long time up to that point. And I don't know what it was. That one just did it for me. Like, even if this season wasn't just, you know, Marvel, even if the entire season wasn't Marvel thing, I think I still would have enjoyed it just as much. But it was just a really fun season, man. Now I will say that the hero weapons that they added, like, you know, the Unibeam and all that, Definitely was annoying when it came to, you know, pubs, like just regular solo games and stuff, where like if somebody got a freaking unibeam, you know, it was basically game over. Or if they had the She-Hulk hands or something, it was literally just game over. Or if they had the surfboard, which was crazy for mobility, like there really wasn't much you could do against that. But again, the fact that it had an LTM, that's what really did it for me. What the heck, you just jumped in my build, man? Like what? It's always the freaking mogul masters that you be jumping in my fucking builds. But yeah, I mean, overall, man, even still, if I, you know, got tired of playing solos or whatever, I could just play Marble Knockout, and I'd be on that for hours. Like I was really competitive in that mode. Ain't no way. Now the Fortnite mirrors thing that they did, I'm not gonna lie, I was not a fan of. I didn't like how they did that, where you literally would die, but then you would respawn and become a zombie, and then those zombies were so freaking annoying to deal with. Because if you had a swarm of them just coming at you, like it was just, you kill somebody, then you have another person coming at you, shooting at you. But then you had another player coming at you in zombie form, killing you. Like it was really annoying. But again, man, just despite all that, like season 4 was just definitely the most fun for me. And then the Galactus event, because I don't even remember there was an event for season 3. I don't even know if season 3 had an event, to be honest with you. I don't even remember if it had one. But the season 4 event, the Galactus event, was absolutely insane. And now that I'm talking about events, I just remember the Travis Scott event in season 2, which is also fucking phenomenal. I forgot to mention that earlier because, like I said, this is not scripted. This is just clearly just rambling right now. That Travis Scott event was absolutely fucking dope, man. One of the best in the entire history of Fortnite. Honestly, it was incredible. Just, bro, what is this? I don't know why I keep fucking doing this. But yeah, that Travis Scott event absolutely slapped. Definitely way better than the Marshmallow event. Not even close. It was absolutely fucking awesome. So that definitely does give, you know, season 2, but you know, extra points for being one of my favorites as well, like the chapter. But yeah, back to season 4. Season 4, the Galactus event, I thought it was absolutely brilliant. I thought it was fun. I thought it was really cool how they got all the heroes to come together. It made it feel like, even though it was, you know, scripted, was a set piece, it was linear, it still made it feel like, you know, like everyone, you know, would have a different outcome when they were playing it. Season 4, man, that was definitely the most fun I had in this chapter. Season 5, I thought was, season 5 is mixed for me, man. Oh shit, this guy is, yeah, he's an op. Season 5 is really, I don't even know. It's hard to rate that one, man, because on the one hand, I thought it was like okay, but on the other hand, I thought it was pretty forgettable. It just didn't stand out, honestly. I thought the battle pass was pretty cool. I really like some of the skins that they added. You know, they added fucking Mandalorian again. Again with the whole, you know, the collaboration. But I mean, it did fit the theme of the season. You know, bounty hunters. It did fit the theme of the season. That was an interesting concept. Gold currency that we have now. I mean, they added a few, you know, a few new cool mechanics. Other than that, man, I don't know. I'm just kind of just like, it's kind of like it's kind of just like, you know, kind of basic, not boring, but nothing too exciting about it. I mean, I did like the new POIs they added, like Hunter's Haven. I thought that was cool. You know, they added the NPCs where you could actually get stuff from them. But yeah, they added NPCs where you can, you know, use gold to buy stuff from them, like different weapons and stuff. Yeah, I thought that was cool. The lever action shotgun, that's a weapon I'm really indifferent about. It's I mean, I don't know. It was just the middle of the road season. It wasn't bad, but it just wasn't great. I don't like season 1. I feel like, honestly, that's kind of what that's kind of the vibe I get from that. It's just kind of just really middle of the road. Nothing about it makes it stand out, but there's nothing inherently wrong with it, if that makes sense. I would say that season 5 definitely we did see a lot of again collaboration skins, because chapter 2 really focused heavy on, you know, just pumping out all kinds of different franchises and put them in the game. Yeah, it was season 5 where we actually did get the like the Street Fighter set, yeah, and stuff like that. Like we had Street Fighter, they added Terminator, Predator was the secret skin. Like it was season 5, man. They added a lot of different franchises to the game. Season 5 was really just nothing but collabs, and it was just like, I mean, it was cool, but eventually, that's what I mean, like eventually it's just like oversaturated, you know. Like I feel like they really oversaturated the whole franchise thing. I mean, that's because, you know, they want Fortnite to be, you know, and it already is, you know, a metaverse where literally, you know, any character from any, you know, universe, from any media can be in this game. Got Naruto in the game now, so I mean, like anything can be in the game at this point. But I mean, at that point, it's just like people were kind of getting over it. Literally, we had a whole Marvel themed season, so it's like at that point, it's like, yeah, it's not really anything special anymore. Because if we look back, chapter 1, season 4, you know, where they did the Thanos event, it was crazy. Like that's never really been seen before in a video game. It was special. You know, it's really cool how they did it. You know, it was an LTM, but you didn't see anything like that every single season. You know, like for the most part, Chapter 1 was very self-contained. It was very much its own thing. Like Fortnite had it was its own identity. But now, at this point, season 8 right now, the game has lost its identity. It's really not what it used to be. That's why I feel like Chapter 1 is far superior, because at least Chapter 1 felt like its own thing. It felt, unique and special. And now at this point, the game just doesn't really feel like that anymore. It doesn't have its own charm anymore, because they're just constantly adding existing characters and franchises into it. It's doing it again. What the fuck? What is causing this? Okay, it's still doing it, but it's a little bit better now. I don't know why it's doing this, bro. It's pissing me off. Oh yeah, I was just talking about how Fortnite has just completely lost its identity now. Just what other characters from other franchises can we have? We got Star Wars, we got Marvel, DC, Dune, other popular movies, Ghostbusters, just stuff like that, man. And I feel like it's gotten way too repetitive. And I mean, like I said, it's cool because I know why they're doing it, by adding, video game characters like Kratos and Lara Croft, and it brings those fans from other franchises into the game because they're favorite characters, and I can see why they do that. But again, at the same time, like I said, it's just kind of at the game's detriment now, because like it doesn't feel like its own thing anymore. But anyway, overall, season 5, kind of a mediocre season in my opinion. Nothing too crazy. I don't even think there was an event for that season. Or was there an event for that season? I don't think there was. If there was, I don't remember. I don't remember all the events, man. I'm sorry. And that brings us to season 6. Absolutely hated season 6. Not a fun season in my opinion. I thought the battle pass was cool, but the season overall, I hated it. I hated the primal weapons. I hated the fucking bow. I absolutely despised the bow. Primal AR was god awful. The primal shotgun was god awful. I just hated the fucking weapon. I just hated the weapon pool. It's doing it again. Okay. We're trying this again. I do not know what's going on. I was really not having these issues. Like, it wasn't until last night I was having these issues where the game will be fine, but then after a few minutes it just starts going really slow, starts stuttering, starts bugging, and then all of a sudden it locks itself, and I have to reset the entire computer. I don't know why it keeps doing this. I don't know what's going on. I'm not having these problems a couple days ago. I don't know why it's doing it now. I don't know if it's Fortnite messing up my computer or what, but it's really annoying, man. I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, season 6, absolutely hated it. Is it the worst season? Probably my second least favorite season of the chapter, for sure. It was so bad. The new cosmetics that we got this season were cool, but the POIs, the gameplay, it was awful. It was not fun. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did not like the bow. I did not like it. I know there were some bow fans out there. I know there's going to be people who are not going to agree with that. It was just not a fun season. Plus the skill-based matchmaking. I feel like it was that season, right, really becoming an issue, at least for me, man. Every single game was World Cup fucking lobby, man. Like, it was just like, it was just really hard for me to play. I'm sorry, guys. I hated that season. Plus the secret skin, which, I mean, I guess I shouldn't really call it secret skin, because they're not really secret skins anymore, and they revealed the skins in the trailer. So I guess I'll just say the bonus. Even he wasn't even that cool. It's Neymar, a soccer player, which I don't even know who he is, but I mean, it's just come on, man, it's just a soccer player. That's just my personal opinion. That's just not interesting. That's not cool. I thought it was boring. Season 6, I just absolutely despise it. Now that brings us to the last season, season 7. Season 7, man, that was a really cool season. Season 7 was super wacky, man. They had a really cool battle pass, in my opinion. I like the weapons, like the railgun, the pulse rifle. We had the damn alien spaceships, aliens just wandering around. It was wacky, but I liked it. It was really cool. It really did feel like old Fortnite. It really gave me like an old school Fortnite vibe. I don't know what it was about it, but it really just felt like, like, I don't know what it was. To me, it just spoke to me like, yeah, this is like, it gave me that old Fortnite feeling, I don't know, just with all the wackiness around it, man, all the shit that was going on. I don't know if that's what it was, but it was really fun. Now the alien spaceships, they were annoying when people would get a hold of them. They were definitely annoying to deal with. I mean, that really does come with any season. There's always gonna be something that I end up hating over time. I mean, look, same thing with my favorite season, season 4. I hated the Marvel weapons after a period of time, but still, it was just really a cool season. We had Superman as a secret skin, or again, I should say bonus skin, which, I mean, it made sense, even though he really didn't play, a role in the storyline. It did make sense, for him to be in that season, as well as Rick, from Rick and Morty was added to the game, and I thought that was cool, man. Plus the events that we had the Ariana Grande concert, which was actually pretty damn cool. Not gonna lie, I actually watched that shit twice. Season 7 event, the end of the season, which was absolutely wild. I mean, overall, man, season 7 was really fucking cool, and it was setting up so much for season 8. We're gonna get into it, but season 7 was honestly really fucking dope, man. I feel like there's something that I'm missing about it. I mean, I guess the mothership aspect. I mean, like I said, season 7 was just wacky. It had all kinds of just crazy shenanigans going on with it. Like I said, just really felt like old Fortnite. So yeah, overall super fun, super memorable. Now when it comes to the current season, which is season 8, the final season, definitely a fucking step down, a huge step down from season 7. Definitely a fucking letdown. They're setting up. It felt like they were setting up so much over the course of season 7 just for it to not do anything at all. Like the cubes didn't do anything. The cube queen isn't doing anything. There's nothing. Storyline just isn't interesting right now. There's just really just nothing going on, man. You just had the cubes moving. You know, the only thing that's happened at the entire season, literally just the cubes moving towards the middle of the map to form a pyramid. That's it. That's all the cubes have done. Like, they just haven't been doing anything, bro. It's just really boring. Oh, dang, I forgot to shoot. I mean, and then they just tie the cubes, you know, to Fortnite mirrors. You know, basically, you know, the cube monsters, you're right. They're basically just zombies. Took the zombies and reskinned them into cube monsters. So, I mean, that's all they are. I mean, I literally would call them zombies sometimes, but they're really just the husks. I mean, there's just really just nothing interesting in this season at all. Like, nothing at all. I mean, no new weapons, I don't think, really. I mean, we had the sideways rifles, you know, the sideways minigun. But, I mean, they're just the same old weapons that we already have, just that they have cooldown instead of reload time. I don't know if they just ran out of ideas or they just didn't know what to do with this season, but like, yeah, it just really wasn't it. It was terrible overall. It was just really fucking boring. I mean, even like the Naruto thing, I mean, in the beginning of the season I absolutely hated it because the Venom and Carnage symbiote were broken as hell. I was glad they took that out of the game. The Naruto was supposed to be the biggest update. I was expecting to, I don't know what I was expecting, but I thought they were gonna do something crazy with it because it was supposedly this update in Fortnite. But all they really did with it, I mean, we had the Naruto skins, which I did buy, which are amazing skins. They didn't add a new POI or anything else. Like, I mean, it's just a huge letdown, man. I really thought they were gonna do more with the Naruto aside from just adding the skins. There's really nothing that they did. I mean, it's a side thing. I mean, at the beginning of the season 8 just said, nope, fuck your XP, we're taking it away. So it really became hard for people to just, you know, grind the levels out. Speaking of grinding the levels out, God, bro, I couldn't play this season in the beginning because of the amount of sweats. If that's anything, that's probably my biggest complaint. Skill-based matchmaking that they introduced at the beginning of the chapter absolutely killed this game. I mean, every season it gets sweatier and sweatier and sweatier and sweatier and sweatier at the start of a new season. And it's not really, you know, at the fault of season 8, but it just happened to be that, you know, season 8 was the worst when it came to the skill-based matchmaking. But yeah, season 8, man, definitely wasn't a huge fan. Super uninteresting. Wasn't a huge, like, the gameplay, which is bland. I'd say the best thing that they did in this season was bringing back Porter Rush, and that really isn't something to be proud about, honestly. Porter Rush isn't the best LTM there is. So if I was to rank all 8 seasons in this chapter, it'd probably be season 4 at number 1. After that would be season 7. Then after that would be season 2. Then after that would be season 1. Then season 5. Then season 8. Then season 6. And then season 3. Even though I did hate season 6, I did play season 6 more than I did season 3 because season 3 was just boring. Like, it was just, season 6 at least kept me entertained somewhat in some ways. Season 3 I just couldn't play at all. It was just straight boring. I didn't want to touch the game. So yeah, I think overall, man, just like comparing it to chapter 1, chapter 2 is not as good in my opinion, but it definitely wasn't like bad. It wasn't terrible all the way through. It definitely had its highs and it definitely has lows, and that goes for chapter 1 as well. Like, I wouldn't still be playing the game and I wouldn't still be buying the battle passes and buying all the different cosmetics and stuff if I didn't enjoy it. I still love the game, like, at its core. At the end of the day, it's a game I've been playing since I was in the fucking 10th grade, man. I've been playing the game for over 4 years now. Like, once you get attached to a game like that, it's kind of hard to let it go, you know. At the end of the day, I still enjoy playing the game. I still have fun with the game, but I'm still well within my right to, you know, judge what I think of certain seasons and, you know, just certain aspects of the game and say, you know, hey, I don't like this or I don't like that. You know, even if I still play the game, you know, it's still, you know, I'm still a consumer. I can still, you know, criticize anything that I don't like or anything I feel that deserves to be criticized. But yeah, I just want to do this video, you know, just to give my thoughts on, you know, the entire chapter as a whole. Just look at every season that we've had and just give my overall thoughts and opinions on them. I know there's probably several details and things that I missed or left out or forgot about because, again, I mean, it's 2 years. You're not gonna remember everything that happened in every single season, but I think I did hit all the main points, you know, just to get, you know, a general opinion of everything. But yeah, it is just crazy that, you know, chapter 2 is finally coming in and I thought it was gonna go on longer, you know, like just 10 seasons like chapter 1, but I guess, you know, since these seasons were longer than the season in chapter 1, like chapter 1 seasons only lasted like 2 months at most, maybe 2.5. But then, you know, some seasons in chapter 2 last like 3 months. So, you know, that does make sense. I mean, they're ending it now. But man, I don't know what to expect from chapter 3 at all. I haven't been following any of the leaks or anything like that. I don't know what to expect. Obviously, there's gonna be a new map, probably a new, you know, UI and everything, new gameplay features. I don't know what to expect. So I'm kind of excited. I don't know if I want to set my expectations too high, man, because you don't want to set your expectations too high. If you set your expectations too high, you're just gonna find yourself being disappointed each and every single time. But I do hope that chapter 3 is something that's gonna be spectacular and hopefully, you know, brings people back to the game. Fortnite is still a good game overall, man. I just know for a lot of people, they just tuned out after chapter 1. But yeah, anyway, that's gonna do it for this video, man. I've rambled on for far long enough. I will be live streaming the event on Saturday. You know, that's when we can officially give, you know, our final goodbyes to chapter 2. But I hope to see you guys then. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, share it to friends, subscribe to the channel if you had not already, and also be sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions on chapter 2 in the comments below. Like, let me know what your favorite season 1 is overall, or if y'all want to share some of your favorite moments of chapter 2, your least favorite moments, anything y'all want to share about chapter 2, y'all can leave it in the comments down below. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video live stream. Peace out. God bless.